Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sydney Marlowe Weeks. If you don't know who I am, thank you for tuning in, but if you do know who I am, thank you for coming back. On this channel, we do beauty, business, and lifestyle videos. This video is none of that today. However, before we get into it, two things I need you to do. Number one, make sure to hit the red subscription button down below. Join the family, you're already here, you might as well. And number two, follow me right here on Instagram. Insta literally sees everything first. It saw everything we're talking about today first, so make sure to follow me on that platform as well. It's been a minute. I know y'all like, Sydney, where you been, where you at, what you doing? Listen, I'm explaining everything today. I did not want to come back onto the channel and just hop into content right after being in a sabbatical for a whole month. However, I was in a really nasty car accident in the beginning of the month on Tuesday, the 3rd of August, and I've been out literally for a full month. So let's just kind of explain that, and then I will explain where we're going with the channel, what's coming. This is not going to be a long video. Every time that I say that, it's a long video. So just get a little snack for the story time. But basically, in the beginning of the month, I was on my way to work. I'm always on my way to work, and to get from my house to my job, you have to go on the main expressway. So I was on 76, which is our expressway in Philadelphia. I was on 76 and I was coasting. I think the speed limit was like 45, so I was probably doing like 51, 52. I'm a grandmom, I don't go like 80. Like, if you drive in my car, you know we're gonna take our time. So yeah, I was coasting and there was two cars in front of me. So basically the first car stopped from 60 miles per hour to about 0 miles per hour, like complete full stop. The car in front of me then stopped abruptly. Thank God I was cruising and I wasn't speeding, was able to stop in enough time to not hit the car in front of me. However, the car behind me, he was going a little fast. He was speeding, my guy was speeding. And he ended up hitting me, and then he swung back, his brakes locked, he ended up hitting me again. He swung back and then he hit me for the 3rd time because his brakes locked for the final time and again. So I ended up getting hit 3 times by the same car. I ended up hitting my head on the window 3 times. I ended up hitting my knee on the dashboard. My back was just locked up 3 times. It was a mess. It was like being in an accident 3 times. So much so by the 3rd time, I honestly thought that I was in a car pileup on like 76, like a 2 or 3 car pileup, because I was like, there's no way one car is just hitting me 3 times like that. You just don't see that. But yeah, that's what happened. So my car was literally in position. I was on the far left lane and I was sitting there like dizzy, literally seeing Looney Tunes in front of me. But I was like, Sydney, you need to get yourself from the middle of the lane, because my car was like ajar in between 2 lanes. I was like, you need to get yourself out of danger and get yourself on the side of the road so you can call the cops and call your mom and all that type of stuff. I had to talk to myself. It was me and Jesus, and I was like, listen, like, you have to get yourself to the other side. So I was able to maneuver my car to the other side. The guy maneuvered himself to the other side. I then called the cops and told them the mile marker that we were at. I then called my mom. My mom and I live in the same area, so she was on 76 when this all happened. And by the time that I got hit the 3rd time, like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is probably one of the scariest moments, like, if not the scariest moment in my life. By the 3rd time that I got hit, I was just like, God, please don't let my mom see me dead on the side of the road. Like, please don't let her see that. Like, oh, I'm about to cry. But like, literally, that's my only thought, because I didn't know how many more cars were coming. Like, I didn't see that it was only him. Like, it was just happening so fast. So that was my prayer. But by the time I got to the side of the road, my mom, she was really upset, and she was only a few miles behind me, but because the accident was like in the middle of traffic, her being 7 minutes away from me turned into 40 minutes. And she was just like, I can't get to you. And I'm like, Mom, it's fine. So I called the cops. The cops then called the ambulance because I told them that I was dizzy. So they were like, you can't drive yourself to the hospital. So, and by the time that my mom was going to get there, it was going to be too long. So they just put me in the ambulance. I literally have pictures here, but this was the guy's car. It was completely totaled. This was my car, which was just treacherous. Thank God my car is still drivable. It's not totaled. He only bent the bumper, not the frame of my car, so they didn't total it out, which I'm just thankful for. And then this was me in the ambulance by myself. They were literally yelling at me, like, from the state trooper I was on the phone with my mom, and he's like yelling at my mom, like, do not ride the side of the road. Do not ride the side of the road. I will give you a ticket. And my mom's like, I'll go to jail. My kid is hurt and I don't care. If you know my mom, like, you know, she will literally fly to the moon and back for me, nonetheless get a ticket for riding the side of the road. Like, she was not trying to have it. But I calmed her down. I was like, Mom, just meet me at the hospital. They put me in the ambulance. I'm literally sitting there. We get to the hospital. They give me my bag. And they're like, all right, here you go. I'm like, cool. They put me in this wheelchair thingy. I literally have a neck brace on. I'm sitting there with my bag looking like somebody's grandmom, like this. Basically sat there. They went through, did the CT scans and stuff. If you are in Philadelphia, do not go to Lincoln Hospital. It's literally the most ghettoest hospital ever in life. And I hate that hospital. But since it was the closest one, they had to take me there. That was on Tuesday. They said I had whiplash from the neck down. I was going to feel really bad the next day, etc., all that stuff from. But I leave the hospital. They only told me I had whiplash from the neck down. Okay, that's Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday passes. Literally, I'm nauseous and dizzy every single day. Like, I cannot do anything. Like, I literally, first of all, I'm drugged. They have me on Flexerol, ibuprofen, like all these other little drugs just to keep my back from spazzing and my head uncontused and this, that, and the third. I'm like, why am I dizzy and why am I nauseous every day? Like, I was literally eating cream of wheat cereal, like really light things, because I felt like I was gonna throw up every single time that I moved. That's how dizzy I was. I called my primary on Friday because I'm like, hey, I need to set an appointment with you anyways because I have to get cleared to go back to work. And this was week 1 and I knew I had to be out for like a week, but I'm like, if I'm just have whiplash, I don't understand why I'm still dizzy and why I'm still nauseous. Can you please give me something for the nauseousness? Like, I literally just can't anymore. So she was like, let me check your scans or whatever. She goes, and like the doctors in Philly, they have like this universal scan or whatever, so she could see my scans from the hospital. She's like, you have a concussion. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, I have a what? I ended up having a concussion and they didn't tell me at the hospital, even though they did all these scans and stuff like that. They did not tell me that. My primary told me that. So basically, as soon as I got home on Tuesday, I went right to sleep. And you're not supposed to do that when you have a concussion. And I didn't get diagnosed with a concussion until Friday. So my primary, she had me out for another week. So I was out for a full 2 weeks. So the first week of August and the second week of August, I was out of work. I was literally home. I could not be on my phone. I could not be on my computer. I couldn't even watch TV. I was so bored. I was literally so bored. It was ridiculous. The first week I was on meds, so I literally just slept the whole entire time. And then the second week I just sat outside and like listened to the birds. My community in my area, my complex is really quiet. So I just sat by the pool and just like chilled out there. But like I couldn't see anything with the screens because it would trigger my concussion and literally give me a headache, make me dizzy, make me nauseous. So it was like no phone, no nothing for like the first 2 weeks. We get into week 3 of August and I went back to work part-time. I'm still technically like part-time because I really should not be on the screens that much because I did hit my head 3 times. They're like, they really want me to take it easy with like getting back and doing computer work and all of that. Even with editing, like I couldn't edit like YouTube videos or anything like that. I didn't even have the energy to film, guys, like to be honest, like I was hurt bad. They really didn't want me to like do any extensive computer work for like a month. So week 3, I was back at work. I only went in like maybe 2 or 3 days that week. And then week 4, I was back more like frequently. And week 4, I was kind of back at work, but it's just been, August has honestly been the most ghettoest part of my life. Not only did I have my car accident, I'm still without a car today. They're literally just fixing my car a whole month later, which I'm just so thankful for my mother because she's been my Uber Black for the whole entire month. And I'm literally going to get her a fruit basket because she's been fabulous this whole way through to my doctor's appointments and like other things. Not only did I have a car accident, but then somebody tried to get my banking information and like try to like rob me like virtually online, like scam me and take my money. Not only has that happened, but I also got sinusitis, which I'm currently fighting right now. So like my eye was leaking and like it feels like kind of like a sinus headache, like a lot of pressure. So I'm on antibiotics for that. It just hasn't been a month, okay? But I'm going into September really strong and I'm changing the atmosphere and the energy around me. And I know that there must be a tremendous, humongous blessing around the corner for me because there's no way that I'm going through all of this and something big is not about to happen. Hold on, my eye's leaking again, please hold. Sinusitis is not for the weak. So yes, that is what has been going on. You just never know what you take for granted until it's gone. Like the first week, I could not even take a shower by myself without assistance. That's how badly hurt I was. Second week, just knowing that you can't even talk to your loved ones or your friends and stuff because I couldn't look at the screens. The third week was just like, being able to actually go to work. Like, I know sometimes we wake up and we just don't feel like it, but having that taken away from me for like 2.5 weeks and not being able to see my staff or like go in or be able to do like the work that I need to do and like kind of just be behind, like I just hated that feeling. And I'm just so thankful. Like, my gratitude level has increased so much in this past month, and I think that's the lesson of just slowing down and being more grateful for the little things in your life. Sometimes we're just thankful and always working towards the big moments and the big goals in our life, but I think the small things, the minute things, the trivial things that we might skip over and not really take for granted is what really matters day to day. So that's what I got out of it. It's just like, even the small things like wearing a wig. Like, my hair has been curly because wearing a wig, the pressure on my head, like I just can't do it. I literally get a headache in like 2 minutes. So hair's been curly, it might stay this way, but I just wanted to come on here and give you an update with that. We are back on regular schedule, but let me say this, my concussion, from what I've noticed, has come in waves. So some days will be really good days, some days will be really bad days. There will be some days that I feel like I have all the energy in the world. There will be some days where I still get the headache, I still get dizzy sometimes, and I'm learning that it's not about being perfect. It's not about, you know, staying on like a really, really strict schedule when you're healing from something like this. But I'm going to do my best to do 2 to 3 videos a week, probably Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday with a vlog. And, but please just bear with me while I'm healing in this process. If an upload does not happen, just say a prayer for me, because I'm probably going through something with my concussion as I heal. I still have like 4 to 6 weeks, they said, but symptoms of a concussion can last literally like up to a year. So just keep me in prayer. I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. We will be back with the regular content. If you're not following me on Instagram, we're back live with content over there as well, so make sure to follow me on that platform. And that's really it for this video. Thank you all for reaching out, those that reached out on different platforms. This platform, I'm okay, I'm doing really well. I feel a lot better, and I'm so excited to get back into making content and being back on YouTube. So I love you all so much. If you haven't already, hit the red subscription button down below. You already know what it is. Hit the bell notification so you can see every time that I post, and also give this video a big thumbs up. And that is it. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.